And what's going on tonight? Good people out there. It is Wednesday, March the 20th, day 407, which is, I think, is our area code here. 407, and we're going to talk blogging versus vlogging, not the easiest word to say. And finally, finally, labbing some QoS, which is great. It is going to be brief, though. I'm not going to be able to lab tonight. I have to run an errand. Worked late last night. Getting caught up throughout the day. Today at lunch, I did actually we'll lead right into that. Cisco Champions has a blogging club, which is pretty cool. This was the second meeting. I was unable to attend the first, but I was able to attend today. It was great. Got some great tips. I learned, for example, that, and again, sometimes you hear something and it sounds like it's the first time you've heard it. Maybe it isn't. Maybe you knew about it before, but I don't know. This is free SSL certs. Let'sencrypt.org. Someone has a blog and that SSL, and someone asks them how you do that. Like, oh yeah, you get them free. Now you have to, I think, renew these every 90 days, which you can do. I think someone has set up where, an auto renew sort of process. So not a big deal. And I think Cisco is part of this organization. Like they donate. So this is pretty cool. I may do this just to do this, right? Anyway, yeah, it was great. It was about an hour. It was during lunch, and really enjoyed it. Got to see some people. There's some people on there who I knew or have met in person, for example, and they have a blog. We're talking about getting together, maybe doing some, helping each other out, doing some interviews, interview each other and help that to generate some. We talked about how to generate ideas. I gave a list of all different things you can blog about. There's some tips about keeping focused on a certain type of topic that your blog is about. I'm the only video logger / vlogger I think that is on there, and again, it is about mainly written word, but I thought I would join. I have done some blogging in the past, very little, but I have done some on packetpushers.net. And anyway, I would like to, at some point in the future, blog as well. Just the time right now. If I had time right now, I would vlog and blog from time to time. But as many of you know, I'm just vlogging every day and labbing, studying, getting ready for this upcoming lab, which it looks like it's either going to... So it looks like this year, it won't be this summer for sure, but it may be in the fall, likely either early part of the fall or late part of the fall. There's something going on probably in September that I think September is pretty much out. I originally thought maybe around September. So now it's looking like I may attempt a lab either in August after, summer before, or like more towards October. But I want to attempt it before the holidays is what I'm thinking. Anyway, great meeting today, and it looks like we're going to meet every week or every 2 weeks or something like that. QoS study is going well. I got to the point today where I got through all the material that I wanted to, for the most part, on not only shaping, but on policing. And I started to do a lab on shaping. But I'm not doing the INE workbook yet because I haven't studied a lot of the config, which turns out is pretty basic, the configuration so far from what I've seen. But understanding exactly what that config is and what it's doing is another story. But we're making progress. We're moving along. I did fire up a lab that is for INE. So, yeah, this was a screenshot. I think I posted this on Instagram today, but what I was doing, I don't have the topology here. Darn it, I thought I had a screenshot of that as well. I don't. Yeah, this was from the agenda from our meeting today on blogging. But I did do, so essentially I had a couple of Linux VMs acting as hosts, and I was running iPerf. And I was also running a couple of routers and doing shaping. As you can see here, there's some shaping going on this interface. And up here you'll see, well, you can't really see it from this image. Again, if I have time tonight, yeah, here's a summary. So notice this is on a gigabit interface. And the previous summary of the amount of the transfer rate and the bandwidth, 63.3 kilobits per second, it was a lot higher before I put the shaping on. So that was pretty interesting. So got into it a little bit. You can only do so much study in a book before, you really got to try to lab something. Mark Milo has a question. So you go back and forth with using network lesson INE for labs, not finish one before starting the other. Yeah, so here's how I thread it. Right now, I am going through my primary guide on what to study for QoS right now. Of course, is a blueprint. And the best thing I've seen, and I've done a little vlogging about this before, it's been very challenging with QoS because I have the material. I need to read a lot more in this section that I did even for Multicast or IPv6. So a lot higher volume of reading material. And so what I've chosen as sort of my guide is a QoS exam guide, which I have in Safari Books Online, of course. So I'm going through that. And it's funny because the way it presents the order of the material versus the way that INE Workbook presents the order of the material versus the way Network Lessons presents the order of the material, they are all different. So I'm kind of falling back to the QoS exam guide. But what happened was I hit a section in shaping, in particular when I was studying BE, the burst, committed burst, or shaping. And I got a little stuck in the exam guide. So I went off into Network Lessons, which had a real clear explanation. So yeah, shaping, policing, straight over into Network Lessons. And I kind of use Network Lessons to practice without really testing myself. Because Network Lessons, you're just, there's not one section that you do and then it reveals the answer. It is a lesson. So you actually go through, you read, you look at the lesson, you look at the images, the drawings. He gives you the configuration so you can lab it yourself while you're reading it, which is really cool. You can compare the outputs and you get a little practice. Then INE, it's like, well, all right, now I'm ready to sort of take the next step, try it out myself, see how I do. So I'm going to open the INE workbook, and the first part, which is just the the test, and then see how I do. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. See, with a challenging topic like QoS, you'll need to structure your studies a lot more and involve a lot more resource. That has definitely been the case, and I always play that by ear. So when I hit a new section, Mark Milo, like when I did IPv6, I just went straight to INE workbook because I felt like I could just start practicing and testing my own knowledge doing the labs. When I hit QoS, I started with the INE workbook, and I was like, whoa. Then I went to Network Lessons, I was like, whoa. Then I went to QoS exam guide. So that's kind of the reasoning in my head there. But yeah, it's taken a while. But man, making really good progress, really starting to understand how it works and how to configure it. Yeah, I put in the title blogging versus vlogging. I only mention that before I move on because everyone on that in the club meeting today was a blogger as far as I know, except myself. But still, it depends on, this vlogging is still relatively new, especially in technical fields. It's not for everybody. Blogging is not for everybody. But if you're not sure which one to start and you want to start getting more involved in the community and contributing more to the community, and also if you're, in a lot of cases, like in my case, I'm doing it to help myself and to help others also, of course. But it's helping me on this journey and my purpose to keep me steady and keep me going every day. So it depends on your motive, and it depends on what you like to do the best. Like I told everyone on the call today, I'm a little lazy because with blogging, you have to really curate your content, spell check, and you have to do, and it's not easy to blog while you're studying something. So that's kind of why I chose to do vlogging for right now. Later that may change. I may go more to blogging. Because I feel like as I'm talking to these other bloggers and I'm looking at some of their blogs, they're really good. I'm like, man, I would like to get more into that one day. But right now, it's just blogging. So doing one of them, though, is important, at least, I would always say. And with that in mind, I have two really good blogs here. This is a blog. It's a blog. I just got off of Multicast for IPv6. And this is Carpe Diem, who is Tim McConaughey. And he is doing his first ever Cisco Live presentation at Cisco Live this year. I did put it on my favorites. I would like to attend that just because, A, it's multicast. Anything multicast and QoS right now, I'm just going to try to soak up as much as I can. Those are really challenging areas of the exam, right? So this is a really good blog, though, folks. I mean, it's really well done. So definitely recommend you check that out. And then the other one I have on here, Adam from the Future. Now, this person, Adam, I forget how I came across him, whether it may have been Twitter, may have been on YouTube, like suggested video, I'm not sure. But I saw him like day 1 or 2, or maybe he sent me a DM on Twitter. I don't remember, but you know, I've checked in with him from time to time, and I noticed he's already on day 44. It seems like he just started. So definitely give him some support on his channel. He's a networking blogger. I believe he's working on CCNP security. I'm not sure. But he's got other really cool stuff that he covers, so well, nerdy type stuff. So definitely check him out. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. Even possibly, you know, check him out when he's live, which I think he's in in Europe somewhere. So you might be able to catch him during the day. That's all I got tonight, folks. So I got to run an errand before the night is over. But we are making progress. You know, I'm back to doing some labbing, and I hope to get back to the INE workbook before the weekend. But if not, we'll be hitting up the weekend. Good to see you, Mark Miller, in the chat, as always. Good bits out to you, my friend, also on your endeavors, and everyone else who may be watching this either on Twitch or YouTube. So if you're not following me yet, definitely follow me here on Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free Twitch Prime subscription a month. Feel free to use that here. Click that sub button if you'd like. Otherwise, you can follow me on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, at the Landtamer, and we shall see you back here tomorrow. Same time, same place. And let's get it, folks. Let's get those good bits, get those certs, get it done. We'll see you tomorrow.